internet randomly just timed out for whatever reason, but I'm back. Alright. That was weird. My internet just like decided to say, oh, hey, guess what? I'm gonna reset on you. But I'm back for more, so let's do this. Hope you guys are still here. Anybody still here? Alright. Alright, here we go. There we go. To those who are still here, I hope you guys are still watching. Really sorry that it just randomly timed out earlier. Alright, so let's go to Chill Penguins real quick. Alright, there we go. Alright. Now for the next thing. Go to Spark Mandrill. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Alright, so let's do this. Here we go. This is the last one of these guys. Alright, so now I have to fight this thing. Alright, there's smoke coming out. That means it's almost dead. And it's done. Here we go. If any of you guys have been, I had to refresh the chat. If any of you guys have been talking, I'm not ignoring you guys. It's just that I didn't see any messages. Alright, so I got all the main collectibles. Alright, thank you, Cream. Yeah. Alright, here we go. Yeah, same here. And he never even touched me. Here we go, story time. Finally, we found Sigma's fortress. Let's go in and put an end to his war against the humans. Let's do it. X4. Web Spider was the one. Before we go into Sigma stages, we're gonna go back to Armored Armadillo because there is something special that I'm going to get right now. Gonna see if I can get it. Let me see how many lives I have. 4. Plenty of lives for this. I'm basically grinding for a little bit. I want to get my sub tank all the way to the max. Alright, it's all full. But I'm gonna need full health anyway here. There's gonna be a really good reason why coming up. Anyone that knows, they know. Anyone that doesn't know, you'll see. Alright. This is where I have to be super, super careful because I have to get this right. Nope. Because you have to have full health. I wonder if you also have to have full weapons. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That might cost me a bit, but we'll see. If second time's not the charm, third should be. Just can't get hit. Come on, let's do it. But I got an extra life at least, so that's something. Nope. Try this again. Oh no. Thank you for the host, Gilligan. Wow, not again. Come on, give it to me already. I just want to be able to get what I'm going to get right now. Can't keep Dr. Light waiting forever. Actually, other way around. Really? Come on. Come on, just give it to me. Watch they give it to me at the last life. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. There it is. And he's wearing karate gi. Looks familiar, does it? Well, take a look. There we go. Now I can move on. Hope you get it fixed soon, Gilligan. All right, here we go. Now that I got what I needed. But you can only do it when you are at full health. And just a little bit of a spoiler for those who don't know, but I'm sure many of you guys do. In Mega Man X2, you have to meet certain requirements, and when you do, you can get the Shoryuken. They stopped doing that after X2, though. The reason they did it in X2 is because, because everyone loved the fact that you could do the Hadouken in the first game. So to follow up, it made sense to do the Shoryuken. No. Whatever. Alright, let's go. It's getting really hard right now. Yeah, Mega Man can do the Shoryuken in Smash, but he can also do it in the Marvel vs. Capcom games, but that's the classic Mega Man. So I'm sure Mega Man X can do it in Infinite, I'm not sure. Alright, here we go. There's Vile. Vile goes in and Zero goes first. But something happens. You can kind of hear it and you can gather what's going on. That sucks, Gilligan. X was not a Tatsunoko. That was the one from Legends. Alright, so I'm supposed to lose this fight. In a similar way as, like when you're in the first stage. And here we go, guys. He just puts me there. Zio gets out. Zero commits suicide in order to help me. But it doesn't phase Vile. That's not gonna happen due to licensing issues. Of course, X is pissed. Get out. Let me see what's a good weapon to use. I'm gonna try Storm Eagles. Alright, let me try a different one. Nope. Shotgun Ice. It might. Alright. Oh! And I don't even want to use any of my my tanks. I wonder if it's gonna take me straight to the fight. Yeah, that's a good one. Yep. Mega Man X4 was my first Mega Man X game on the Sega Saturn. I feel like a lot of the Capcom 2D games ran so much better on Saturn than on PlayStation. I'm gonna use Mega Buster for the rest of this. There we go. Let's move forward. Yeah, that was a great remake. The Mega Man 1 remake on PSP was good too, powered up. Those are like some of the best reasons to own a... Ow! Those are some of the best reasons to own a PSP. Wow, you have to start over again? Well, I'll save that for another time. Overwrite that. Alright. But yeah, the Mega Man X series is really good. But I felt that it really should have ended after X5. Like, I'm not counting anything after X5, in my opinion. Alright. I wish they would have had X2 on here. Yeah, X4 was also on PS1. Saturn only had X4 out of the X games. Whereas PlayStation also had X5 and X6. And then PS2 had X7, X8. Command Mission was on PS2 and GameCube. Then they stopped with the X games. There was the Zero games that were all on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I like this menu music. Let's play a little bit of Super Metroid. My favorite game on the Super Nintendo. Zelda's number 2. Mario's in my top 10. But this is number 1 for me. Super Metroid. I love this title screen. The theme for it. You can see the baby. Alright, English text, controller setting mode. Let's take a look at this. I'm gonna switch the shot from X to Y. Dash will stay at B. Like, what is the most recommended controls for this? I'm gonna have to figure it out, because like I play this a lot, but I keep trying to find different methods, but I'm gonna have to think carefully for this one. Alright. Donkey Kong Country 3 is my least favorite of the Donkey Kong Country games out of all 5 of those. Alright. End. Special setting mode. Icon cancel, manual. Yes, I want the moonwalk. Start the game.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
صباح الموت.
Alright, see ya, Green Basics. I got a lot of people watching me tonight. About like 7 or 8 people, not counting my bots. They may be late, but it's a good night to play some Super Nintendo. Alright, let's do it. Oh yeah, A buttons to jump. And if anyone asks, yes, it is possible to beat Ridley, but it's hard. I mean, like, in the beginning, at least. And he's leaving. Taking the baby with him. Like you're really not supposed to, but it's possible, but it's very rare. And this is where I make my exit. I guess you really aren't supposed to do it. It's just one of those things where It's possible, but it's one of those like random generated stuff. I don't know. Now back to Planet Zebes. Definitely a great use of Mode 7. I wonder how long it took them to make this game. Like, because I'm assuming they probably took at least like 2 years or 3 years. I don't know. Because I'm thinking that they started work on this game after they finished development of Metroid 2 on the Game Boy. Four years? Let's go down this way. Oh yeah. I need to read the development. I'm glad that they worked on this game because this game is the best game on the Super Nintendo and one of the best games of all time. But I'm no speedrunner for this game. I'm not that great, but I'll have to look into that silver. Alright. So I guess around like... Of course, Machinima. Machinima's terrible. They used to be good. Like, I felt that Machinima's last good year was 2012. For anyone that wants to know why Machinima is nowhere near as good as they used to be, watch Guru Larry's video for Fact Hunt. Like, the popular YouTubers that, I believe, like, that faded away or something into obscurity. It's very interesting stuff. You gotta watch that. Watch the Fact Hunt series. Fact Hunt series from Guru Larry. Very informative. Very great. And if you watch that same Fact Hunt, there is something that is actually very interesting that no one is going to see coming. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, like, it's like I'd never heard of those people, Game Life, until I watched that video. Yeah, it's like a little bit of Metroid 1 here. I'm hoping that he does a follow-up, because I really think that there's more YouTubers that, like, people used to watch a lot, but then like they just seem to be forgotten after many years. And yeah, it's like the outcome of what happened, did not see that coming. If you want to know what happened, like I said, watch that video. And there's the Space Pirates. You wanna know what? You know what's another game that's on my favorites list for Super Nintendo? And I'm gonna do it like I streamed it years ago, but I'm going to stream it again on Twitch. Earthbound. Also planning on doing a Super Mario RPG run, but I'm gonna do Final Fantasy VI first out of any of those. I need to do a big Final Fantasy marathon. Yeah, Super Nintendo Classic destroys NES Classic in terms of games. I love the Super Nintendo more than the NES. A hell of a lot more. Like Super Nintendo is still my favorite Nintendo console of all time. Though it looks like if Nintendo could play their cards right, for me the Switch might overtake that. But I'm going to wait until March 3rd, 2022 before I even make that claim. But so far so good. Like for me, it's already better than 64. It's already better than Wii U, and it's already better than, well, it's currently on GameCube and Wii levels for me right now. It's way better than NES. So, NES purists, I'm sorry. And I really am sorry, for real. But this is all my opinion. And if you disagree with me, then that's fine. Anyway. Yeah, for me, the best NES games are Mega Man's 2 and 3, and I get 5 to a certain degree. Well, actually, no, 5 to a much lesser degree. Mega Man 1 had problems. Super Mario Bros. 3, Kirby's Adventure, even though it's hard, Ninja Gaiden 2, it's better than Ninja Gaiden 1. Ninja Gaiden 2 is easier to beat than Ninja Gaiden 1, and that game is hard. But here's a game on NES that is good, that not many people really know about. Excuse me. There's this game called Summer Carnival 92. It's a shmup. It's basically Bullet Hell before Bullet Hell was even, like, called that. As far as the Super Nintendo Classic, I do hope Nintendo has plenty of stock for next year. Same thing with the NES Classic when that comes back. And as far as the Switch goes, I look forward to what Year 2 has to offer. I don't really care about 100% in this game. All I care about is trying to beat this game in under 2 hours. It's too early to tell, but I got Fire Emblem, so far that's good. And we got Kirby and Yoshi. I'm hoping that 2018 is the year of Animal Crossing and Pikmin 4. You got the energy tank. It's going to be a lot of these. I believe there's like about, I think 14 to 16 of them. So who's gonna be watching the Nintendo World Championships live? I don't think Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be next year. I think it's gonna be 2019. Pokemon's definitely gonna be 2019, hands down. Okay, I can't come here right now. I have to wait till when I beat those bosses, like all 4 of those big bosses. Let's go downstairs. Yep, Samus Returns is going to be featured. I'll tell you the games that I think will also be featured. Pokken Tournament Deluxe, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, ARMS, they'll probably throw some 3DS stuff in there too. Though personally, I would prefer if they just did all Switch, but I think they will throw random 3DS games there. If they decide to use games from other companies, I would honestly want them to do Puyo Puyo Tetris. And I'm not going to be able to get through this part till I get the Shine Spark. Yeah, Samus Returns will be one of the 3DS games. They probably might have a few games early before release, like probably Mario Party the Top 100s. Like I see Samus Returns as like some sort of speedrunning challenge. You could, but at the same time, like you need the Shine Spark if you want to, because you go faster. I really do think we're probably going to get 2 new games. One for 3DS and one for Switch. Unless it could be 2 new games for the Switch. But I would not be surprised, and I would not complain if we get a Super Mario Maker 2 or a port for the Switch. And I just read your comment right now, Dragon. I would love that. Super Mario Maker on Switch. I will be on that all day. Like if they do a sequel to Mario Maker, obviously add a lot new features like slopes. That's a big one right there. What I also want, a couple more skins, and also make it so that you can play all the customized stages from the first game on Wii U or 3DS, but you'll also be able to make new ones. And find a save point. Oh my god, I would be so hyped if they did that. Charge Beam, yes. Now, here's the real question. Will John Numbers win 2 in a row? Also, apparently John Numbers plays Puyo Puyo Tetris, and he's pretty darn good at it. I need to get better so I can play even better players, and I'm pretty good at that game too. Oh yeah, you can't like rap like that in this game. Yo, they put Puyo Puyo Tetris in the tournament, that'd be great. If they would have had like another qualifier for adults, because I know they're gonna have qualifier for kids. I'll stop this game. I want to play a different game now. Since I'm doing like multiple games, I want to like squeeze in time to do things. Alright, so let's see. So what will I do? Let's see. I'm not gonna do any RPGs right now. Let's do something that you guys haven't seen yet. Castlevania. Konami, if you wanna make me happy once again, give us a new Castlevania on the Switch. I know Bloodstain is coming, and it's supposed to be like Castlevania, but let's bring the series back. And while I love the Metroidvanias, but I want them to go back to the old school style Castlevania pre-Symphony of the Night. By the way, here's a fun fact about Super Castlevania 4. This is my very first Castlevania game I've ever played, and I played it way later than I should have. I wish I got into this series a lot sooner, like even in like the 90s. I would have loved it. Like, if my cousin would have just brought his copy of Super Castlevania 4. Like, he was the one that even got me into this series in the first place. This series is so good. Or at least it used to be really good. I need to get back into beating the Metroidvanias, but I've only beaten Symphony of the Night out of all the Metroidvania Castlevanias, but you know what? It's a really good one. Oh, I definitely recommend it. Start with this game. This is a great start. The first 3 are really hard, especially Dracula's Curse on the NES. But this one, it's easier, but you could pick it up and you could play it, and you would have no problems. Next Smash Brothers game, Konami, put Simon Belmont in it. It's long overdue. I mean, I know you could put any other Castlevania character, but Simon Belmont was not only the first, but he's definitely a legend. If you ever get a Super Nintendo Classic, or you find another way to play this game, highly recommend it. You can't go wrong with this. And now that we're in October, it's a good fit considering the fact that Halloween is coming. I'm gonna start this now that the intro. Alright. Alright. Going through to get to the Castlevania. I never got a chance to grow up with Castlevania, but I did grow up with Contra. That's another series that's good. But like after 2011, it just stopped. The last game was Hard Corps Uprising for the PS3 and 360, which is a really good game. And that's another series that Konami should bring back. I felt that Bomberman, like on the Switch, paved the way for Konami to just bring more stuff back. They're still pretty incompetent, but you know what? I would like for them to at least give the fans what they want every once in a while. I mean, that's not gonna happen, but it would be nice to see Castlevania Contra make a comeback. And how about